All right, so next up we have Julian Bruno, okay. Julian Bruno doing the fifth element. Yeah. All right. Thank you, everybody.
So I've written a lot of poetry, science poetry I like. This one, I wrote this book of poetry. It's 9 poems, Elements and Entities. And so one about the sun, the earth, water, and air, and about being on the elements. And so I'm going to read one. I wrote these in dialogue form, as if I'm speaking to them, and they talk to me. And so, not that that's actually happening, but in a way I do get these answers metaphorically and in a way. So here, this one is my version of the fifth element. So I got in 3 dialogues. So after each one, we can talk about them. So here's the first one. Earth, air, sun, and water, elemental forces of nature, in your own right entities, dynamic and powerful. I am immersed in your energies. You surround and envelop me. Contacting you, I absorb vitality. Yet so often you just wield your way. With such might, authority you display. So your influence, how can it I sway? If the objective is to harness us, you may just pay heed and get wind of what we have to say. For on the subject, we'll shed some light. You test to see if it's watertight. Discover how to take air to flight and learn how to land just right. For the answers you seek, it's in the air. Keeping your head above water, that's what we'll share. Being down to earth, that's what you'll declare. And finding your place in the sun, you'll be the inherent air. Earth, air, sun, and water, I get the drift of the idioms. It's thinking in terms of axioms. For a realm beyond the senses we must enter. If it were matter, we would master. So that's dialogue 1. Okay, we'll keep going. So tell me, you fantastic four, what and where is the domain to explore? If it's a master of the universe you would be, it is with more than your eyes you must see. If commanding the elements you would do, solving sensorial paradoxes is your clue. If you would have domain of the biosphere, then realize you're part of the noosphere. With a dint of attention, the answer you can be known. It's no less the quest for the philosopher's stone. Eureka! You could have what Archimedes was shown. So if you would assert your creative reason, you could be the next Promethean and put an end to all those Malthusians. Remember, you are the Atman. Therefore, there is only one place this fifth element you will find, this domain. You tell us if you would be so kind. Earth, air, sun, and water, the references to which you allude, there is only one thing to conclude. I recognize in all those allusions that it's more than merely all us as ions. We are more than the sum of our parts. Reductionism would only tear us apart. I get the gestalt of my beating heart, though there's some kind of charged particle, something non-material that's driving the vehicle. There is the presence of a personality distinguishing his or her individuality. A dynamo giving direction to their own energy, helping to evolve the society. It's a motivated monad in motion. Yes, a character taking action. So to tell you, for I am inclined, the fifth element is the mind. If I would assert my creative reason, I could be the next Promethean and put an end to all those Malthusians. Yes, I am the Atman. Alright, some dialogue. So earth, air, sun, and water, you represent life, wisdom, power, and love. So Tell me what else is in order that I may play my part and rise above. What is in order is for you to be fully present so as to hear what it is you represent. Thou art living matter, in your own right a creator. Be an artist, statesman, or inventor, because through your consciousness and labor, the biosphere is transforming into the noosphere. From what emanates from your hemispheres, you can make the elemental forces cohere. With your coherence, you can make the chemical elements come here. Like Solon, outlawing usury, civilization you could steer. Like Kepler, the laws of planetary motion you could discover and convey the harmonies of the world. Like J.S. Bach's well-tempered composition, you could compose the art of the fugue and the Brandenburg concertos. You too can co-create the harmony of the spheres. Can you hear the music of the spheres? Between the inert and you, the organism, there's a biogenic migration of atoms to and fro and back and forth. So understand this henceforth, there is a single, continuous material and energetic connection. Though it may appear as a duality, make a further inspection. You would be wise to see the one among the many called the Logos. For only with the mind can one comprehend unity. Keep this in mind as you work to change reality. As a living, natural body, you grow and multiply. The life-enhancing technologies you must apply, your biogeochemical characteristics you must identify, and your true self you must personify. In the course of human history, various powerful acts of creative discovery have made humans the dominant species on the planet. By implementing changes and improvements that were deliberate, increasing the population potential by more than 1,000-fold, but time and again the scaremongering of their scarcity, we are told. Yet the geometry of the universe is a multiplied, connected manifold. As the curvature of nonlinear space-time unfolds, a Buckminster design science revolution takes hold. From the minds of human solutions takes us all to higher standards of living thresholds. So be mindful and be creatively bold. And now there's one last thing to say in this discourse. You are a free energy source. Love and service we endorse. Your behavior can be a neg entropy resource. So manifest yourself as a geological, yes, even a cosmological force. I like Buckminster Fuller. Y'all familiar with any of this stuff?
Yeah, I don't have any questions really, but I love how you touched on so many different scientific topics without, and you mentioned reductionism without like delving into it, and how our personalities are still such a strong force in the universe, even though you clearly understand the depths of science and like all the, I don't know, the motions of the atoms, but without seeding the true course of the future to just the motion of atoms. So I just thought that was really cool.
Thank you.
So just a little bit of like determinism versus sort of indeterminism, things going like going
I
on
view it like in one step we're free, and the next step we're determined. It's a step function to me, and I don't know if we can do it all in one other way, but to me, it's like if you went to college. You're free to choose the major you're in, but once you choose it, you got to take those classes.
Unless you have money to tell them what your curriculum is. My money to tell you.
Yeah, publish your work anywhere?
I did have a website for my Songs of Science. It's called Songs of Science. And then I had it for years and took it down, and then I just rebought it, but it's not up yet.
Okay.
So it's going to be .net, songsofscience.net. I do have another website. I wrote this other little book called The Self, the Christ. They had it here before. They said there was more. Self, the Christ, individual yet collective. And so, you know, that's a Jungian if you're familiar with Carl Jung's writings about your true self, you know, it's in his view, the Christ, the symbol of self, and the whole differentiation between Jesus, history, and the Christ of faith. And I hope you can understand those two different things. You got an idea of more of what Christianity is. So yeah, I like Buckminster Fuller and some guys like him. So anyhow.
Julian is profoundly modest about his work. How many years have you been working on this, Julian?
Well,
How many
15.
years? 15 years. This is the 5th or the 6th volume?
Well, this is the 3rd one, but I got 5.
Basically what Julian does, he takes graduate level ideas in science, converts them into poetry, and then it's converts that poetry into music. This is nothing but a teardrop of a whole wealth of work this man has done. So
I wish I had more of it already in music, but anyway.
Yeah, you should sound, I mean, not sound sensation, but what was the one you did? The
Sound audition.
no, the other one, the one that had the real nice music, the one that
Multiple modality.
you should recite.
Oh, kinesthesia. That was
Kinesthesia. You should
kinesthesia.
recite that to these people.
Oh, yeah.
They should
Another
actually
time.
do
This
it.
is not that.
Okay, no,
But you
should
got
do it. You should do it. I mean, come on, you guys really ought to hear this. It's an amazing
Well,
piece
so
of
can we hear some of the music next time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Happens
not
every
a
month.
musician. I have to get someone to sing, play the music with me. 'Cause
Bring 'em in next month.
I just like to do my little animated stuff.
Give him a little taste. Give him a little taste.
It's up to you.
No, I don't
Please,
do
come on.
that.
Give him a
Do you
little.
have a card? You do?
Yeah.
He's too modest.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much.